Hi folks, it's Jeff over here, and today we're going to talk about a knife that was manufactured over 150 years ago and is still available today. So if you want to know more, then stick around. So this is the Mercator K55K, also known as the cat knife, also known as the trench knife, and it has quite a history. So before I actually have a full look at the knife itself, I'm just going to go over a bit of that history. Okay, let's get started. This was first manufactured in 1867, and the name of the guy that actually made this knife is called Heinrich Kaufmann, and yeah, the company that he founded was called the Cutlery Company, and it was located in Solingen, Germany. And anyway, let's go through a bit about the name. So here you can see the cat, and then K55, and then a backwards K. Now, this has got a quite interesting story behind just the name. K stands for Kaufman, and actually in Latin, that means Mercator. And 55 is the street address of the Cutlery Company in Solingen, Germany. And then the backwards K here actually is the German word for cat, which is Katz, with a Z at the end. And so the K55K was born. Okay. And like I said, that was back in 1867, and it's still going today, but under a different company name called Otter Messer, and we'll get into that a little bit later. Alright, let's have a look at some of the specs of the knife. That is one thin, thin knife. Look at that. So I got the right side up? I do good. There you can see Mercator, Germany. You see we got a bale here. The handle is one-piece construction. It's basically just folded out of a bit of steel stock. And then we have the blade itself. You can get originally they were carbon steel, of course. But this one is stainless, because you can get them in stainless. I don't know exactly what kind of stainless it is, but if it's made in Solingen, Germany, it's going to be good enough for me. There you see Mercator and stainless. And on this side, see Solingen and Germany. So the blade length is 9 centimeters long, and that's about 3.5 inches. And it's probably an eighth of an inch, actually thick at the thickest. And then works its way down to that nice tip there. It's got a nail nick, but you don't really need to use it. There's enough blade sticking out that it's easy enough to just grab and open like so. Okay, what else can we talk about here? It's a lockback, as you can see here. And that's the way that operates. Pretty simple stuff. For 150 years ago, though, that's pretty cool. So it's two-handed opening and pretty much two-handed closing. I guess you could close it with one hand if you want to press it up against yourself, like so. Now we have a plastic spacer in the back here, and that is actually what the blade closes against. So they didn't have anything fancy down here back in those days. But there's that. Alright, so it has a closed length of around 11 centimeters, as I said. It has an overall length of 20 centimeters, and it weighs about 75 grams. Now, these days, you can get different handle materials. You can get these in brass, you can get them in copper, and of course, there's a steel one here. I think you can get them in alloy as well. Not too sure about that. And yeah, this is a really nice knife. Um, so compared to a modern day knife, it's hard to make a comparison. It's something of a similar size. The modern day Spyderco paramilitary, which is one hand closing, one hand opening, compression lock, pocket clip. So you can get a pocket clip on these knives now, but I wanted to keep it reasonably traditional looking, and so I just opted for the plain version. But I did modernize that by getting the stainless instead of the carbon. So, okay. Now, I'm not 100% sure if these were ever issued to the German military, but there certainly is indication that it was carried by a lot of German soldiers in World War One and in World War Two, and in the trenches. Now, this was originally designed as a utility knife and possibly a food knife, but all indications are that this was most definitely used as a fighting knife in the trenches as well. A lot of American soldiers, when they were returning from World War II, would bring these knives back home with them, and they gained a lot of popularity in the United States, and especially in the 50s. You would have a lot of young men carrying these around in the 1950s. So there you go. The price on it is not too bad. You can pick them up, give or take a couple of bucks, for about $30 US. And I love mine. I really do. Now they come out of the box reasonably sharp. I gave mine a couple of minutes of a strop of the leather belt. And yeah, it's like a paper laser. It's a very good knife. It has a very rich history behind it. Um, you can't really compare it to a modern day knife. It is what it is. And if you just want to have a piece of personal history, then you can't go wrong with the Mercator knife. Now, the actual cutlery company was liquidated in 1995, and so these are now made by Otto Mischer, which is also in sold in Germany. And it comes with this little card here. Handmade in Germany. Well, there you go. I actually had one of these in the 90s, and I swapped it out for something, and then I missed it really bad. So I'm glad that I've got another one. Well, I won't bore you with any more details, but there it is. If you want one, they're pretty easy to find. The price is right, and it's just a good little pocket knife. Alright, folks, that's going to do it for this one. So until next time, this is Just Living, saying take care of yourself, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.